Hey guys, Lindsay from Redhead Baby Mama. I am going to show you how to make a DIY reusable kitchen menu board. We have saved so much money when we started meal planning, and that was a lot of help with our menu board, but it is time for a refresh and a redo. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. First, I have a 12 by 12 shadow box scrapbook frame. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. You can even buy them on Amazon for less expensive if you don't want to leave the house. So what I do is I open this up and set this aside, and you can see that there's a piece of paper in the back, and it's nice and hollow, and that'll let me write some stuff on it. Now the backing of my frame, I chose this really cool, clean, sort of like whitewashed brick, or even kind of looks like a kitchen backsplash. So that's gonna be my background. My next step was to figure out what size font, what kind of words that I want on my menu board. So I started fooling around in Google Drive with different sizes of font and styles and things like that. And it's important that you test and hold them up and see what sizes worked for you. So once I finally got it right, I went ahead and printed it on my blue paper. I have a lot of blue accents in my kitchen, so this was gonna work for me. And I'm gonna frame it out with a little bit of burlap for a rustic feel. We've got a lot of that sort of transitional industrial type of thing. I own a paper cutter, which is really, really handy. So I'm gonna use this little bad boy and cut this up. Okay, once we have got that paper cut, let's set aside all the scraps and you're left with all your days and such. The next step is to use some scrapbooking tape, and so I'm gonna pull off the excess right here that has been sitting exposed for some time. Stick that on right there. Peel off the back, it's nice and clear. So it's gonna go just like that. You can cut them before you scrapbook tape, you can cut them afterwards, it's completely up to you. Oops, got a little bit of extra right there. And then you're left with that. So you're gonna repeat this step several times until you've got them all ready to go. Now, after you have all of your labels done, you have your big piece of scrapbook paper, and we're gonna lay those on top of it and figure out our layout. Okay. I happen to make these cute little what's for dinner and what's for lunch. We have a terrible time planning lunches, and so now as I make my refreshed menu board, this is gonna force me to kind of figure out, all right, what are we gonna do for lunch on Monday if our leftovers on the previous day do not work out? That's gonna save us a whole bunch of money, because I'll tell you what, when we end up picking up our daughter from preschool, that's when the Chick-fil-A runs happen. So this is gonna save a lot of cash. Gently arrange these to your liking so that there's a little bit of room in between each day, because I guarantee you, you're not gonna write super small. So I like this layout. This is working for me really well. So I'm gonna repeat that process with the scrapbooking tape and lay these in. Okay, so here we go. All of these are attached, they're not falling off, and I'm ready to lay them into my scrapbooking frame. Okay, that way is up, which is important to remember. I like to keep this paper in here to keep everything a little bit more snug. And then remembering which way was up, I'll lay the backing right back in and close it up. Flip it over. Now I have got a menu board, and I can take a little Expo Sharpie marker and figure out the leftovers. And maybe we'll have a pizza Monday, Taco Tuesday. Maybe we'll have hot dogs for lunch, but now I'm gonna have to figure out every single menu item. The nice thing is if karate gets in our way, because we have an early night on karate, anything that we may have had scheduled, I can easily move. So I can write this here to remember that we have it as a meal and wipe it right off, okay? So it's really easy to see what meals we have planned and what's going on. Thanks guys for following through.